Yes, we're at Vincent Corporation, Tampa, Florida. It's the 24th of April, 2025, and we're going to be running a test with a fertilizer material. And here we are in the test area, and we have mother hen and all her babies. Actually, we have two. There's another hen here. These hens sit on the rafters up in the steelwork and lay their eggs where they're safe from raccoons. We catch them once the babies hatch and let them grow out until they're big enough. Yes, here's the test we're going to be running. We have some containers lined up with tear weights. And there's our tote of material. And we're going to keep it agitated with an air hose. The screw press has a 3 horsepower motor, model KP6 press, wedge wire screen, and discharge door actuated by an air cylinder. Press cake will come out here. Right now these containers are just for, we call it trash, till we get everything, the air pressure set and the RPM set. Then we'll start a time test. I had felt some of this material yesterday, and I thought it would be a piece of cake. I thought it would press real easily, so we were all set up to go. Tried it in this press, and the screen blinded. We tried auto reversing. The slot width is around 10/1000ths of an inch, which shouldn't be too tight, so we gave up on this KP6 press. With that, we've gone to and changed screens. We took the screen, wedge wire screen, out of this press, and we're just now completing installation of a perforated screen. The hole size on these are 3/32 of an inch, 93/4 of an inch, and it runs off a VFD, although it's a 1.5 horsepower motor. Screw and screen, 4 stages of compression, 1, 2, 3, 4, with resistor teeth between each of them. Discharge cone actuated by an air cylinder. We have 2 pails of sample here. It was well agitated. We ran an air hose into the bottom of the tank and pulled out sample while we were agitating. So we've turned on the press. It's running 20 RPM. Go ahead and pour some in. I would expect some leakage out here, but once we make cake, this stuff is very dilute. That became apparent when we collected our sample. And we get over on this side in front of the resistor teeth. About the same thing. Cake is not started to open. It's dripping. It'll drip until it plugs, and it won't plug until it's formed a plug of cake after discharge. Okay. Flo's getting our second pail, and yeah, when we took samples of this, it became apparent that we sure did not have enough solids to form much of a plug. I'll go ahead, open the cone, and then I'll grab it. And this is what we've formed so far. Not, ooh, this stuff's hard. Definitely hard. And reach a screwdriver there behind me. There was one someplace. Yeah, poke it out with that. Okay, this is the press cake we're forming. Now this is what we can expect out of this press, or any screw press for that matter. Now you can see the screen here. We're letting quite a bit of solids through the screen, but we'll continue and run a test this way, although I'm bothered by these solids. That's a little too much. Okay, we're in the test area. Chickens came down to see what there is to eat. We're stirring the vat. We've also got air besides the steel rod. Note the fumes coming off the top of this tank. It's been sitting here for a week. And here's where we're going to run this test. We've got a valve. Get the press running. Okay, here we're going. Throwing some flash so we get this stuff going steadily. We've got press cake coming out here. This screen has 23,000 perforations in it, extremely fine. If it works on a larger scale, we reinforce such a screen with that backup reinforcing. This looks good enough to start the test, so I'm going to put down the camera and we'll run a, what we're doing here is, you know, you see it in here. Lots of chickens. All the hens. Now we're going, we're agitating with air, keeping it from plugging, and we're a couple minutes into our test, making a steady flow of pressed cake, steady flow of pressed liquor through this 023 perforated screen, and regulating the flow here. It starts to plug off, we yank it open, and that stops squelching out pails. That's our second pail, and we're at 2 minutes into our test. We're still continuing the test. We're going in closer to 4 minutes now. Here's the press cake. And if I squeeze this, there's no moisture to be squeezed out. We're still at 30 psi on the discharge air cylinder here, and still running 20 RPM. Here you can see at the rate it goes down in the inlet hopper.